just so you can see it, and then I want to know your thoughts. So welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today, it looks like Tesla, or at least someone who works at Tesla, has given an ultimatum or a deadline for the Tesla tax credit, or the federal tax credit, the 7,500, that is certainly starting to end very soon. So we'll take a look at this text message that someone actually got from their Tesla rep, and I guess it's for for what it's worth, right? We'll just take it in because we found that sometimes Tesla reps might not have 100% the accurate information, but sometimes they could be spot on too from what they might hear it, and they might not be eligible to. They shouldn't be saying it, but anyways, but it looks like this text message says, and it talks into about how they actually have some more insight on when the tax credit or the eligibility of the Model Y $7,500 federal tax credit will go until, because there are some wordings on the website in which it says sometimes it will change in in March, and so we've got this text message that might give us a little bit more insight. So we're going to take a look at, but if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on your Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel, but more on that later. All right, so let us take a look at this. So thank you to Gamer Trinico at GTRINCO on Twitter. He added me on this post, and if we take a look at this, it looks like a standard text message that probably a lot of you have got, or I've certainly have. But with the unfortunate part is we can't see what number it actually is, right? So we can't, I guess, like double verify that it's a Tesla Tesla number, because it is all a centralized number from Tesla. They all text from the same thing, and they review messages. But you can see it's very like what most of you have probably received in your text messages. And it's like, hey, your Model Y financing is approved, accept the offer, it's time to schedule delivery, proceed with delivery now. And so this is what the person actually said. Hey, Corey, I just scheduled a pickup date. Are you aware of any update towards if the tax credit has a specific deadline to take possession in order to qualify? I couldn't find any info except during March. And of course, this is what this person is referring to, right? On the Tesla.com website, it says clearly that, or I guess not clearly, that the $7,500 federal tax credit is for deliveries until March of 2023. And all of it says, as you dive into it further, it just says this may change, the $7,500 tax credit may change for the Tesla Model Y and Model 3 during 2023. So we don't know if the Tesla Model 3 we'll get the full $7,500 tax credit. We don't know if it's going to change, and the IRS and Treasury is going to change it so the Model 3 or Model Y only gets $3,750, or potentially the Model Y could get absolutely zero. Because if you don't know, the federal tax credit is broken into two parts. It's broken in two parts from the Inflation Reduction Act. It's broken into critical battery minerals. If the battery is sourced from places that aren't, basically, free trade agreements, or they're from free trade agreements in America, then you get $3,750. And if the battery components are manufactured in America, then you get the other $3,750. And that adds to this $7,500 federal tax credit. But if the Tesla, that's supposed to change in sometime in March, in that which the Tesla will know if it gets for the full 7,500 or even half of the 3,750 at whatever amount. But looking at this text message, it just says from the Tesla rep, so take it for whatever it's worth, right? Quote, "We have been told March 31st. And so this might give us some insight, right? Like if you are on the cusp of taking delivery and you have to schedule a March 1st to March 15th delivery date, or maybe even March 31st, you potentially could still be in this time period where if you take delivery, you'll still be okay, and you'll be able to take advantage of the $7,500 tax rate. So of course, we don't know 100% or clearly, but we could certainly get very, very close, and we'll see what actually happens. But Definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Jumping to the Facebook profile where this was actually originally posted. So shout out to Gamer Trinko for adding me on the Twitter post. But here's it where it looks like it was posted by this Dennis, another Dennis. Nice. Tesla responded with this information for $7,500 tax credit. So maybe in March, maybe this will help. And this is, I guess, he edited the post. This is not a confirmation or belief in accuracy of the Tesla rep. Just want to throw it out there from what I received. Take it with a grain of salt or for whatever you choose, because Tesla reps, maybe they might have the correct information, they might have 100% the right information all the time. But jumping through the comments, it does look kind of back and forth on people arguing on the tax credit and things like that. But one other person said, here, my quote, Eddie said, my Tesla rep said till end of February. And so there's not a real clear thing, but really we're only 5 days or 6 days away from it, so we'll really know for sure what's going to happen in March 1st. But it definitely is pretty interesting, especially if you've been pushed to March. But so my question to you is, like, if you have a Model Y order right now, and if the Tesla Model Y long range or standard range loses that $7,500 tax credit and it maybe bumps down to $3,750 or maybe even zero, are you still going to take delivery of your Tesla Model Y? And so I certainly posted a poll on that, sort of, because we were thinking maybe that the Model Y standard range would only get half of the tax credit, or maybe even the full tax credit, or maybe the Model Y long range would only get half of it. So that's my question. Like, would you still take delivery? Because 7,500 is a lot of money, that's for sure. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff here. Actually, let's look at this. Midnight Sun, I can confirm 2 Tesla employees at my dealership said delivery by March 31st. Okay, so if that's the case, then that would be pretty nice. That's for sure, because that gives us all a little bit of more breathing room at the end of the day if you are pending on taking delivery on your Tesla Model Y. Because I know a lot of people have a delivery date pushed into March. You can see right here, we put a poll on the channel 2 days ago. What is your estimated delivery date? It says February was to 19%, March to April 29%. So you can see there's a good amount of people that probably have a March or even April delivery date, and so that $7,500 would certainly go a long way, I would think, at the end of the day. So we're gonna jump in some of the comments and some of the questions, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can support the channel, and there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you schedule the call, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible price. Including, after you join the Patreon link, there is a credit unions on that list that have interest rates as low as 3.2% to 4% from 60 to 80 months. So definitely check out if you're interested. Patreon link down below in the description. All right. Water break.